on one of these.
Hold on.
Or turn the volume down. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? He's got to make sure he gets to his headphones.
Okay.
Same problem we had with Brandon when he comes back.
We're live on YouTube now.
Welcome everybody to another Tuesday night paranormal panel. We have in the house, we have our two most famous and infamous Frank Lee, who is with Casper Paranormal.
Say infamous or famous?
Infamous, famous, infamous. And then we have Mr. Haunted Doll himself, Kevin Kane.
Hello, Darius, can you hear me?
Darius,
He's got his.
do you have any sound coming out of your ask him, man.
Darius, do you have any sound coming out of your computer? I can't hear you.
Help her out there. Do you know how to find out why we got this?
Let me see which program.
Why do we not have him?
Let's see.
I haven't gone live. Because he's got to be able to hear me. I'm live on YouTube right now. I'm about to go live on Facebook on this one.
You're already on YouTube?
Can you hear me, LaDarrius? Okay, I cannot hear you. There we go. Okay, but I'm still getting feedback from me.
That's something.
I think maybe is it going through this speaker?
It's going through this one.
If it's picking up on the computer mic over here, that might be pretty probably too close to your mic.
Okay, let me try this. All right, say something, LaDarrius. It's still coming through. Okay, calling you right back. It is not working.
I think it's because there's a haunted doll in the house.
There's something, because it's worked all day. All day when I talk to you.
I do that. It's Kevin's fault.
Okay, I cannot hear you.
Okay, let me get with you here for
Okay.
a second. And help me out because I've got questions. Don't go anywhere. This is the one we're simply receiving him on right here, correct? So
Correct.
that's, you got volume up on this?
Got volume up.
All right, now,
Okay, don't even worry about it.
I've got to figure out where this is coming from.
This is another.
Don't matter.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
There you go.
I'm still
I
getting
think
my
it was the
feedback.
head.
Okay, I think we got it cured.
I did better.
I think it was the headphones. I don't know why y'all were able to hear me earlier when I had it
But you know what, man?
on.
We keep seeing your ceiling. There you go. I want to see that handsome face.
Yeah, I'm bouncing around. There we go.
All right. Yeah, you're looking good. Yeah, you're on the big screen.
Woo! I need to pull this up.
All right. You know Kevin Kane, I'm sure.
Yes, hello, LaDarrius.
Hey, Kevin.
That's loud and clear.
I think we got it, buddy.
Oh, good.
All right, I'm about to go live on YouTube. I have tagged you in this, LaDarrius.
Okay, we got Frankie somewhere in the building. Earth to Frank.
Of course, Frank somewhere disappeared.
I think he's got a cigarette in one hand and coffee in the other.
That's a combination.
Oh.
Oh,
It's
wait.
called multi-pack.
At least I think that was a cigarette.
All right, we got some intro music to play.
Here I am.
All right.
Everybody give one round of applause to Frank.
So one round of applause. Is that what you get? What?
We will give our round of applause. I'm working on my sound effects, guys.
All right. Welcome to the Abnormal Alabama Paranormal Panel. And we got Frank Lee here with Casper. Say hi, Frank.
Hi, Frank.
All right.
Regina has joined us.
Regina. And right over next there, and you notice that we put Kevin way off in the corner here.
Regina says, I miss you guys.
Miss you too, Regina. So, Kevin, how you doing?
I'm doing
This guy on the screen here, and that's your fault.
my fault.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known him if you hadn't been friends of his.
Okay, I gotta
If
make
you've been a stalker.
I told him I'd make them blush tonight. I've heard
Oh,
great
no.
things.
They stalked my Facebook and found
Don't worry, I didn't say any of them. I said all bad things, but they wouldn't believe me.
Oh, come on, man.
Well, the wonderful thing, I'm going to start out first of all, and everybody is going on October 26th, except for LaDarrius. He's not coming.
Hey, I got booked. There's somebody booked me just before you got there.
That's all right.
I'm sorry.
We know what karma is.
Well, since we're not going to need that duct tape for Kevin,
Oh yeah.
we'll have some extra duct tape and everything. I mean,
You got to understand, Kevin played that game with us to begin with, and we threatened to abduct him with duct tape, and he finally broke weak.
they're scary.
So anyway, all right, LaDarrius, you're here, Abnormal Alabama Paranormal Panel, and you're here because you do paranormal research, and I've watched some of your video. Very professional stuff, a lot more professional than what we do. We just kind of throw it out there.
Well, thank you.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and your involvement, and hey, you get into cosplay too, don't you?
You said I live in what now?
Cosplay.
Oh, cosplay. Yeah. Well, I don't do it that much. It's like a rare chance that I do.
Okay.
So it's like when I announce that I'm gonna do something cosplay wise, people get like very curious and excited because they know like he doesn't dress up for like almost anything. Like it has to be really, really something that either I want to do or you convince me that this is very interesting and I would like to go.
So
And
you,
so far that only happened like twice.
but you put out that you want to do this new movie.
Yeah, that the new movie that just came out by Jordan Peele, Us.
Yes.
I loved the movie so much that I was like, I want to cosplay the killers in this, the red jumpsuits and all. Like, I want to do this. So, and I've already found every piece of that I need
Wow.
to do it. So all I gotta do is order the stuff now. And
Okay, so we got to get Kevin and Frank on board, right?
I mean, everybody's welcome to join in on this. I'll be down at Magic Space tomorrow. Kevin should be there.
Okay, we just had this blonde walk in here.
Hey guys.
Who do you think is blonde that would walk in an abnormal place like this?
she's lost.
No idea who is it.
What's your name, Kayleen?
Yeah, maybe. I forgot.
Do you know Kayleen?
Kayleen?
No, she said no. You don't know her.
No.
But say hi to her.
Hi.
Hey.
I've heard about you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, but she didn't say what she heard about you.
Right? I'm just gonna assume it's you.
All right,
I mean, if it's bad, that's also fine.
okay. I introduced you and I was going to let you tell about who you are and your involvement with paranormal research and a little history.
Let's see. I've been doing it for like 8 years now. I started like my last year of high school when I really wanted to actually get out there and do it. That's when I kind of like let's see. It was like a marathon of ghost hunters or something that was on this particular night, and it was going on like way until like the AM. And so that's when I get my best ideas. And so I decided I'm going to get on the computer, start looking for some paranormal ghost hunting groups that may be around here in Alabama, and see who would accept this guy. So I sent emails after emails, and I only got maybe 2 or 3 email responses. But out of the 3, one, which was Kim for Scare, actually agreed to meet with me and everything, and hopefully get me on board. And so we met, had a great conversation, and then that was it. But my whole paranormal thing kind of starts back to middle school, I think. I would, it might be further back. It's hard to really remember now. But I would pick up books, and I came across 13 Ghosts of Alabama, stuff like that, and that's when I really got into it. And then I had my own ghost encounters as a young kid, 2 which were in the same apartment that we lived in back in the day. And it was pretty interesting to see that happen. And it was weird because it didn't scare me at all. But you would think like most kids would be like terrified when see something like that. Like the first one was I was up in the middle of the night. As you can tell, there's a trend here. I'm a night owl. Not anymore for real, unless I know I'm gonna be off of work the next day. But I was up in the middle of the night watching TV, and all I saw was like these. It was like it was like a body, but I could really make out that it was like arms. And there's these white, clear, ghostly arms, just like kind of walk like a normal pace past my door down the hall. And so I'm sitting in my room like, what the heck was that? And so that was pretty cool. And then one morning I was brushing my teeth. I don't remember what I was getting ready for. I don't think it was school. But I was brushing my teeth, and then I look up in the mirror, like out of a horror film, and then there's a face looking right back at me, appearing around the corner. Once again, like it was like a white, face, and I could make out like it had hair and everything like that. So I'm pretty sure it was the same of whatever I saw, a few nights before. But ever since then, I was just like, I need to know more about this. And then only when I became of age to be able to go out and do these things is when I was like, okay, senior year, I can go be a ghost hunter. And that's how it happened.
So I got a question for you.
Yeah.
And you described these entities that you saw, right? And
Yeah.
so do you only see white ghosts?
It's just, I guess it's just whatever was, in that apartment at that time.
I got a question for you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Did you tell your parents about this, and did they support you seeing this stuff?
My folks, I know my mom at least does. She believes in like ghosts and stuff like that because like she'll jokingly say something about it, but she actually does believe in like things like that. Like there was and so I did tell her about it. She didn't freak out or anything. Weirdly enough, nobody ever freaks out in this house when it comes to something paranormal. But the one thing, whenever I told them that I was doing ghost hunting, They were like, just don't bring anything in here. And I was like, well, okay, I'll tell it to stay where it's at. You know, I can't keep it out of the car, whatever. Fine. But you know, everywhere. I think I don't know if it was like something maybe following us, or it's just because you know, hey, ghosts are everywhere. But it seems like everywhere we've ever stayed, there's always been some weird like paranormal activity happening.
So tell
Like when we stayed in Hoover, Alabama, there was like I remember being upstairs and I saw like out of the corner of my eye like legs walking to the bathroom, and then I could hear a rustling in the bathroom, and I thought it was my sister because we were small legs. And so I was like, hey, and I said my sister's name, and I was like, what are you doing? Because like no light or anything came on. It was still a dark bathroom. I was the only one upstairs, and I got no response. So I go walk in, nobody's upstairs. I go downstairs, and I was like, "Were you just upstairs?" And I could tell that she hadn't even stepped foot upstairs. So everybody in the house, my mom, and just all just kind of looked at each other like, "Oh, okay," and then we just left it at that. So I mean, yeah, everybody kind of, you know, we know. And like where I live now, I live in Pinson, and like I'm pretty sure I know something too as well. Like my mom's even said when she's here alone, it sounds like people are walking upstairs, and she's the only one here.
so with your experiences with all this, you mentioned being in an apartment and seeing a ghost, and then I assume you've also lived in houses where you've seen entities. Do you feel that you said everywhere you've lived, there's been this? Do you feel that there's some kind of attachment to you or your family, or you just happen to be in these?
I mean, at this point, I don't know if it's a coincidence or what, but I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a few things, if not attached to me, attached to, you know, my mom or somebody.
So
But I'm pretty sure I've got a few. According to Blaine, I don't know if you guys know Blaine, but according to Blaine, Rowan, I've got like 7 that follow me around everywhere I go. So it's at this point, it's like it doesn't bother me at all. It never has. So I mean, it freaked me out when he first told me, but then you know, after that, I was just like, okay, I kind of got to accept that.
So are they like poltergeists? Do they do anything? Do they just make appearances?
Okay, yeah, that's the thing too. None of them have ever tried like to harm me or anything. They just kind of mind their own business.
So you just
They
see
do
them.
what they do, we do what we do.
So it's not like you're having any real interaction with them.
No. I've never attempted.
It's almost like they got a deal worked out, where they do their thing and he does his thing, and it's like, okay, you don't bother me, and I'm not going to bother you.
Pretty much.
I told you he was a smart man. Did I not?
So
I haven't necessarily tried to contact them.
So you don't try to contact them and speak with them?
No.
so have you been able to document this? Have you been able to get any kind of thing on film, or have you done any EVP work at your residence and things like that?
If I can remember, I think I tried it like one time a long time ago and all I had was my recorder and just trying to see if I could get anything to respond back to me. But I don't remember if I got anything, and I guess I probably didn't, because you would think I remember if I did. So I don't think I got anything, but I do remember sitting in my room in the dark one day with my recorder, by myself, trying to see if I could, you know, get a response of anything.
Well, you know Kevin here. And Kevin does a lot of EVP work with his dolls. Have you been over at Kevin's house?
Yes, I actually made a vlog video of me at his house with his dolls. I have to send it to you one day so you can watch it. It's pretty funny. Also made it as creepy as possible. But yes, I've been to his house. And Kevin knows I don't care for dolls. I think he knows me and Shane both. We don't care for dolls.
Yeah, that's right.
But when we're, he enticed me with food and he had Wi-Fi, so I was like, why not?
Right. It's funny that I can just imagine the feeling of walking, not liking dolls, and then you walk in Kevin's house, and it's, you've got to have that moment.
They're everywhere.
It's kind of like, I don't know. I can imagine maybe what the people felt like in Wrong Turn when they realized that something wasn't right. Something about to that effect. Like, oh my God, what am I doing?
Like every time I walk into the room with all the dolls, it's like I get this heavy feeling that just comes over me. And and sometimes it's a lot, but I try to pretend like it's not, and it doesn't bother me as much. I mean, it doesn't necessarily bother me, but like I don't know how to explain it, but I try to keep it all together. Like I'm good, but on the inside, I'm like, man, it's a lot of feeling going on in here.
You should have his cat go crazy on you.
Oh, man, his cat. That cat.
Okay.
Man.
Did Kevin share his story with you from Savannah, his trip the other week, and the cat?
No, I haven't heard anything about that.
All right, Kevin, you got to tell him his story.
Okay, well, I went down to Savannah a few weeks ago. You may or may not have known that. And I stayed at the Marshall House, and they have a lot of ghosts there. They've got a lot of ghost stories. It's been there since before the Civil War, and there actually was a time when there was a Civil War hospital, and so a lot of soldiers were brought there that were injured, and they had some pass away there, so they've got a lot of spooky goings on there. They even found body parts when they did some renovations a couple of decades ago. They found some of the bodies of those soldiers still buried under the hotel. So there's a lot of activity, but I didn't expect this when I first got there. I sat down at the desk in my room after I checked in. I was sitting there looking at all the things to do there while I was waiting to go out on a walking tour. And I felt this cat brush right up against my leg. And I looked down. It felt solid, and even caused my pants leg to move when it passed by. And I looked down, there's nothing there. And of course, I grabbed my phone, started snapping pictures, but I didn't get anything on camera. But I thought, I'd never heard of a ghost cat here. I went on the walking tour an hour later, and we get to the Davenport house, which is right behind the Marshall house, or maybe a block over behind. And the guy starts talking about this ghost cat that frequents the house, and sometimes he roams around the other blocks there. And I said, has he ever gone to the Marshall house? She said, oh, yeah, they've seen him over there. I said, okay, well, I guess that was him in my room a while ago. He rubbed against my leg. And that was pretty cool. I didn't expect that. It was the only thing I had, that, and I kept finding a penny showing up on the desk in my room. And I finally just brought it home with me. I guess somebody there wanted me to have it. But other than that, it was pretty quiet, but I had a good time there.
That's amazing, actually. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I just got to tell a little story about Kevin's cat while we're on the subject here. That Kevin's cat is single-handedly responsible for probably taking about 5 years off of my life.
Oh no!
Did I miss something when you were over there?
Well, and but here a few weeks ago, when everybody was over, everybody was in the doll room, and except I think me and LaDarrius were in the living room or in there, and I remember I walked into the kitchen.
Okay.
And that I'm not someone who gets on the edge very easily. But no, I'm telling you that from somebody that is skeptical most of the time and hard to really get over on, Kevin's house is creepy. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I'm throwing that out there.
It's not even that big of a house.
Yeah. it's a lot of creepy in a little space. It doesn't have to be a huge mansion. but
I did a
I'm
good
saying,
job.
So, LaDarrius, if we have a party over at Kevin's house tomorrow night, you coming?
Probably not. I have to work.
Come on.
He's just like me. You offer food, he's gonna be there. I mean that's the way it always is there.
I got a convention this weekend, so I got a lot of preparing to do on top of me having to work. So there's gonna be no way I would be able to make that, unfortunately.
But yeah, but yeah, I remember me and LaDarrius were the only two that weren't in the dome, and I walked in the kitchen, and when I did, there was a set of eyes glaring at me.
I know what you're talking about, man.
And it caught me completely off guard, scared the crap out of me, because I was not expecting this, and I'm still not sure how the physics work for this to happen. But Kevin's cat is sitting on top of the kitchen cabinet.
Way up there.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, like I mean, we're talking 7.5 foot off the ground.
And he yelled.
He got me too.
Yeah,
I remember looking up there, and I was like, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
she was up there looking down.
I thought so. This is how I die in Kevin's house with the dogs. I mean, but yeah, that I mean got me good. That and I swear the cat laughed at me the rest of the time.
She knows. She's smart.
So, LaDarrius, you know that little piece of video I grabbed for the little promo thing I did for you?
Mm-hmm.
Where was that video taken?
I don't know if I'm able to say, which is why we didn't name it in the video.
Oh, okay. So it was some site.
Technically, it'd be trespassing.
You wouldn't do that.
Yeah, you would.
But I think I told Kevin and Frank so they can tell you off the air.
Okay, that works. But that was
But,
I know you said you
We
were
were
in
at Sloss too.
Yeah, I spent the night at Sloss. What do you think of that, Sloss?
I mean, I love Sloss, and any chance I can go to Sloss, I will go. And Sloss is always very interesting, every time. Even during the daytime, it's phenomenal. It's just looking at it. So going there, I already knew we were going to get something pretty cool. Which we shortened the video to like 5 minutes because I don't know if you saw since I sent the actual link to download the video, you didn't see the actual upload when we did on the page, but in the caption, that clip was meant for an actual TV show that just they decided not to pick us for whatever reason. We sent this very well produced video to them. And so we decided, well, we'll just, put this out. But there's more footage. Like there's a lot more from Sloss that we did not put out. And I think what we're probably going to do is make that the first episode. But I guess I will get into the whole episode thing later. But just go, like I said, I love going to Sloss, and I encourage anybody who's never been to Sloss, go to Sloss.
What do you think, Kevin?
Now they won't let you do any ghost hunting at Sloss anymore.
What's going on, Kevin?
And you have to spend money to film there now. Like they charge you like $50 or something like
I
that.
know. That upset me.
All right, we got Kevin saw something. You gonna go inspect it, Kevin?
Something went by just now behind them. Did you say that? There's somebody walking?
Yeah, I did.
I'll go back there.
What?
What was that?
I seriously saw it though.
Your eyes got really big.
I know, it seriously went by. Did you see that?
I really didn't see anything, but let me double
I
check.
thought somebody had snuck in. I mean,
Now I locked all the doors.
No,
You know, none of this crazy stuff started going on when Kevin came in with the dog.
Kevin brings a different doll here every week, LaDarrius, and it gets spookier in this place every time. And
I
now,
see her sitting on the table right there.
oh yeah, every week it's a different one. And we're gonna tie him down and have an exorcism on him here
Hey,
shortly.
you got a haunted chair out there, so it could be her.
And there's a doll and
You have a doll out there, the rabbit.
So, and you're in your at least 8 years of doing some investigative work. What's your scariest you've been anywhere? You say you don't really get scared, but has anything ever really spooked you real big?
Okay, so I guess I have to tell the story, and Kevin already knows. So,
Okay, shut up, Kevin.
Wait, what do I know?
what happened?
I just told Kevin to shut up.
So yeah, Kevin, you know the story. You know what I'm about to say. So I guess the scariest thing that has ever man, okay, so this is probably like my second, maybe third investigation when I first started. And we were doing a house, and it was for like this family was having issues, and their son had something in his room or whatever like that. So we came out there to see what was up. And this was in Pell City, and so I was sitting down on the floor with the camera. I had a cameraman. Not sure whose camera it was. Don't even know where this footage is. You had to ask Kim or somebody about that part. But I was sitting in the hall. No, not in the hall. But I was sitting on the side of the couch in the living room. At the camera, I was facing towards the hall, down the hallway into the kids' room. It's pitch black dark, and I got the camera. It has night vision on it, and I got the camera pointed straight down through that way. I believe so. I think. Don't quote me on that. And so I'm just having a conversation with not the Kevin sitting with you now, but there was another Kevin White. And then I think I was talking to Shane as well. But I know we were having a conversation, and I was being silly, of course. And so then I just happened to look back down the hallway, and I realized, I was like, wait a minute, wasn't there like wasn't there a light coming through? It was a window down that hall into that kid's room. What happened to the light that was coming through the window? Like it was a street light or something like that. And I was like, now it was just completely pitch black. Well, when I said that, the freaking, it's like as if somebody heard me saying it, and it was almost like, oh, excuse me. And then it just moved, and you can see it walk past the window, and all the light came back into the room. So me, I freaked out. I was like, oh my God, someone needs to go down there to the room. Something just walked past the window. So that was pretty freaking cool. I don't know about scary, but that was the coolest thing that ever happened. And then later on through that night, I think around that same time when that happened, this is when I pretty much found out that apparently I was an empath, or I am an empath. And this emotion of like somebody else's sadness or something kind of came over me. And I just like, I was in the middle of a conversation, and next thing you know, I was in like tears, and tears just rolling down my face. And I was like, why the heck am I crying? So that happened, and it was like one of the coolest things that I was like feeling somebody else's emotions, and it was so unexplainable. Ever since that day, and like I said, it wasn't necessarily scary, but it was very interesting, and it was the coolest thing that ever happened. But I've always been made fun of by the team because like, oh, LaDarrius cried and all that stuff like that. So that was a cool one. And then the only other one that was like, as far as I can remember, that was like something interesting severely happened that was amazing. This was when I wasn't with the team, but a group of friends or a friend of mine, it was her birthday, and she wanted to do like some ghost hunting. So her and her friends wanted to go do something, and I was like, if they asked me to come, so I said, sure, okay, it's your birthday, we'll go do this. You went to Bass Cemetery. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but it's called Bass Cemetery. If you ever want to get anything good, go to Bass Cemetery. But
Oh yeah, yeah, I've been to Bass Cemetery. Yeah, have you ever been to Fraternal Cemetery?
No,
You got to
I
go
don't
there.
know. I have no idea.
I don't
hope
care.
the discriminatories within there.
This is just north of Birmingham. What's the what?
Okay.
Pratt City. It is
Oh,
worth
okay.
it. It is. I did a video up there. We did some thermal camera work in the daytime, and got some interesting stuff. But if you want to feel like you're in the middle of a Stephen King novel, go to Fraternal Cemetery. Yeah, it's. I got so tired of walking, I had to drive the rest of the way. Seriously.
Oh wow.
And it is spooky, and it's the kind of place that if you can't find anything, you can make something up and they'll believe you.
I got a little story.
Oh,
He
wow.
reminded me
Oh,
of.
Kevin wants to tell a story. He's taking all your time away from me, LaDarrius.
I'll make it quick.
Oh, well, hold on. Let me finish. Okay, so this is what happened at the Bat Cemetery. So we were there for a while. Everything was all good, having a good time, catching some really cool stuff. And then next thing I know, my friend goes, when she was seeing this ghost child apparently, and she was talking to her. She was like she could see her, I guess, and she was like she's touching. Excuse me, she's touching my hand. And I was like, oh, this is pretty amazing. Because I'm just sitting here looking because I'm like, she's seeing something, but I can't see it. Next thing I know, she goes freaking out. And she's like, she's on my back, she's on my back. This ain't no little girl to me at this point now. What in the world is going on? She's hollering, she's on my back, she's on my back, and she's freaking out. And then after that, like she calms down, and then she's like, my back is on fire. So she rolls up her shirt. Guys, there were 3 claw marks going straight down her back where the skin had been torn.
Wow.
And she never fell on the ground. She never ran into anything. These were fresh. And that was the most creepiest, coolest thing I had ever seen. And I was like, guys, we had fun, but now it's gotta go. We gotta go because now we have a person that's been injured by God knows what, and we need to get out of here. So we all quickly got into our cars and we peeled out.
I would too.
Oh my
But
goodness.
to this day, I still got those pictures somewhere. I gotta find
You
it.
gotta get those.
But because I sent them to Kim. Because I was like, Kim, when I sent them to Kim that same night, I was like, Kim, you gotta see this. This is amazing.
So Kim gets a lot of her material from you for her books.
Yeah, well, yeah.
All right. Okay. Let Kevin. I guess you triggered his memory about the story.
Yeah, I was going to say when you talk about getting spooked on an investigation, that reminded me. I don't think you were with us when me and Kim and Kat and Wanda went up to Gadsden. This lady was a private home, and she and her roommate had called us up because there were some voices and footsteps and things moving around in their house. And the house wasn't too old, but the land there had some kind of history. It was old farmland, and there's some kind of, I can't remember what, but some kind of crime happened there a long time ago. And she thought maybe that was what was causing the activity. And we get there, and this is why we always tell clients, to let us know, if something's there that we need to expect. And she didn't do this. And I'm sitting at the end of the hallway, and I believe Kat had the camera, so it wasn't pointed that way. But we had the lights turned down, and the hallway was almost completely black. You could barely make out the end down there. We're in the living room with just a little bit of light on. And I'm listening to the spirit box, and the owner is standing there, and I look back down the hall, and there's this solid little girl wearing a nightgown. And she couldn't have been more than 2 years old. She's just standing there looking at me, just staring, just quiet, looking at me. And my first reaction is evidence. So I was snapped. I said, I got that camera, and I'm pointing. And the homeowner comes running over, and I said, is that supposed to be there? And she looks, she goes, oh, that's just my kid. I guess we woke her up. She didn't even tell us the kid was in the house. That would have been a helpful tip, especially if I looked down the hall and there's a child staring at me. And here I thought we were about to get some king-sized evidence there, a solid, full-solid paper apparition like Ghostbusters or something. And man, that was disappointing. And the just the cherry on top, we didn't get jack squat on the evidence there. But yeah, that was pretty funny. I mean, that's why if you got the paranormal team over and you got your child asleep, let them know, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
That's right up there with Donald scaring himself in the bathroom mirror on that investigation that we did that time. He walked it. Now keep in mind that this place was pretty active. It was, quite an investigation. It was a double poltergeist case. The activity started. We literally pulled up, haven't even gotten out of the car, and we're seeing an apparition looking out the window at us. And didn't even realize it was an apparition at the time. We thought it was one of the people who lives there until we get up to the door and find out the client's there by herself. And then, it kind of got stranger and stranger from that point on. But yeah, he was using one of the restrooms. Didn't realize there was a full-length mirror in there. So he's in there, taking care of business, doing his thing. And about middle ways through it, he glances over and sees a man looking at him. And this is after. This was also his first time to actually see an apparition. He had heard things, been around but that was his first time seeing one. So here it is, about an hour later, he's in the bathroom and there's this guy staring at him when he looks over. And I don't blame him. I mean, if you've seen Donald, he's pretty scary looking anyway. I mean, it would have scared me too, but yeah, that we have teased him about that. That's been, 5-6 years ago.
LaDarrius.
Yeah.
I apologize to you. This show's supposed to be about you, and Kevin and Frank just kind of take it over.
Oh, no, hey, it's okay.
Says the host with the talk the most.
It is okay.
It's all good. Okay, so that was one of your most interesting stories there. Did you ever go back there after the marks on the back?
Yes, as long as I'm with my actual team this time. Not going with a bunch of people that don't know what they're doing and won't be quiet when we're doing EVP sessions.
So you never go out by yourself?
No.
Why not, Darius?
Never. I'm a scaredy cat.
Oh, come on. I've slept in haunted houses by myself. The Myrtles.
You sleep in a haunted house by yourself every night.
I sleep with 200 dolls.
You sleep in a haunted house every day.
There you go.
200 haunted dolls around.
So what do you think with the amount of books you've read, the research you've done, and these investigations you've been on, LaDarrius? What do you think you're dealing with?
I mean, spirits of people that have passed on, and just, I guess, that for whatever reason, some have decided not to leave, and there's some who just don't know how or can't leave, or like I said, don't want to.
So
I'm not that big into like the whole demon thing and stuff like that.
You're missing out on half the fun.
Yeah, I don't want to get taken anywhere.
I don't know. You get accused of being one enough times, you just quit looking for them.
When Frank and I show up, the demons leave.
Well, they got their restraining order and everything.
That's just like whenever somebody mentions like, oh, there's a Ouija board. So as soon as I hear the word Ouija board, I was like, I'm not coming.
Oh, really?
That's just like me.
But EVP,
I don't do Ouija boards.
spirit boxes, you don't have a problem with.
Yeah, we'll do spirit boxes, but I don't do Ouija boards.
Why? Explain.
It's just over the years of hearing about them and just I've heard stories from other people's experiences with them, and I was like, that's something I don't want to deal with. Not even to be like, well, you haven't experienced it yourself. Yeah, and if I do it that one time, that one time be the last time for sure. And if something happens, I don't want to risk it.
You're not going to take a chance.
I don't like it.
Uh,
I'm not going to give them one chance. No.
I'm sorry, I can't help but think of that picture I saw where someone had the pattern of a Ouija board painted in their floor. And it had the
I saw
caption.
that.
Yeah, it had
I
the
saw
caption
that.
said it's all fun and games until the Roomba summons a demon.
Exactly. Exactly. It's not happening. No.
I notice a lot of guys are scared of Ouija boards. I guess it's us girls that get into them.
Pretty much.
So what else do you use besides, a digital recorder for EVPs and spirit box? Do you have any other tools you use?
Well, I don't really have my own things. It's pretty much whatever other people bring to the investigation. I love to use them. But I'm mostly I prefer to record stuff. I'm a camera guy. So I will be behind a camera all day and I will just walk and record stuff. So anything really dealing with a camera, that's what I'm game with.
Okay, so what kind of camera you use?
But me personally, I couldn't tell you what it was called. Like I said, I use other people's cameras.
I never heard.
It's whatever the cameras that they have is what I use.
I started to say I never heard of that brand before.
Made in Taiwan.
I know we used when we did that video. I know there was it was a Canon something. I can't remember what it was called, and I think we had one camera. It was like a $3,000 camera.
Oh wow!
It's what the equivalent of a what do you call it? The Red Dragon, like what they use to make movies and stuff.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't know that.
It's about that camera is like 10 grand plus.
That's
So
more than
the
I paid.
one that
That's more than
the
I
one
paid
that
for my
we
vehicle and my house put together.
yeah. So the camera that we have is like $3,000 something. And I don't keep any of that stuff with me because I don't trust myself.
Well, maybe you should stay away from the Ouija board.
The Ouija boards, like I said, would never happen. I swear, when somebody tricks me to come over somewhere and and they pull out a Ouija board, I will leave and I will find any way to get home. Even if I didn't drop myself there, I will find a way to leave. It's not happening. I will not use that. I'll only be around for that.
I was just thinking, you're talking about the cameras and equipment. As many times as I've seen equipment get thrown around on investigations, it makes sense to leave the good stuff at home and take the cheap stuff. No, if you're going to throw something, you're not throwing this $3,000 camera around. You throw around that $50 Amazon special right there. Kick it.
Exactly. Oh, the one thing we're not throwing cameras. That's not. Oh no.
Right.
We're already dealing with a broke lens actually at the moment, and trying to make sure that that's not going to be super expensive to get fixed. Because right now, from what I heard, the price was like $800, and I was like, oh no, we'll find another way.
So, in your investigations, do you have the issue of batteries going dead like a lot of them do?
Repeat that to me one more time. You're kind of going in.
During your investigations, do you have the issue of batteries going dead like some people do?
Yeah. That's actually happened a couple times. Can't remember exactly like what happened, but I do remember. I think when we actually did that video, when we filmed that night, some of our stuff like mysteriously went dead, and we had to like change batteries and everything because we couldn't get it to cut back on for whatever reason, and they were fully charged when we started out with them. so we can believe like, oh my God, this battery just drained.
So,
So it's definitely a real thing.
so would you think then that these entities, whatever they are, they draw this energy to be able to communicate?
Yes.
And so that would explain why the batteries would run down. They're pulling any energy they can from anywhere.
Yeah, they're trying to, I guess you could say, trying like to gather up enough energy, maybe to, say something, maybe knock something over, maybe even show themselves, just whatever they're able to do.
So I know that one video I watched that I grabbed a little piece out of, there was some kind of noise that you heard. So you're getting things audio level. Have you ever caught anything on video?
Have we caught it? Have we ever caught anything on video? I've never caught anything on video when I've done investigations. I've always seen things, but I've never actually caught anything on video, unfortunately, but it's always been audio. I know other teammates have gotten things on video, which I've seen, and it's pretty cool to see that. One day though, when we start filming the show, hopefully we'll get something.
What about
What in the world is going on?
we're having a audio interesting thing. First of all, I don't know if you're aware, but Kevin and Frank saw something walk across here a while ago. Can you see us, by the way, LaDarrius?
No, you cannot see.
Oh, you don't see us. Okay.
I'm watching the live stream on Facebook. It's super behind, but I can see you guys.
Okay. So Kevin and Frank, a little bit earlier, saw something walk across over here. Now I forgot where I was going with that.
And we're having audio problems.
Oh, we're having audio problems. So
Sorry, probably came with me.
it's Kayleen's fault.
Yeah,
She's dragging some spirits in with her.
it's because of my daughter.
Oh, well,
I'll tell you.
there's some interesting stories that I'm not going to share. If she wants to, she can.
I tell you, between Kayleen and Kevin, just always starting trouble. Just I see. Can't take you two anywhere.
They got their own ghosts here.
I'm just saying, it was really quiet. Y'all show up. There's stuff moving over there behind the wall. There's
Everything's worked all day long.
Yeah.
electrical
Yeah.
stuff's going on. It's like it's like watching the Poltergeist movie in here.
And I hate to tell y'all guys,
No.
where we are back here, if the lights go out, it is extremely dark.
Go into the light, Carolyn. Go into the light.
All right. So, Kevin, you ready for us? Oh, he hung up on us.
Did he hang up on it?
No, I'm still here. I don't know what happened. Hold on.
It's that demon.
There
Okay.
we go.
There you are.
Okay.
Did you open the attachment we sent you?
I was gonna say, did you send
But
me
the-
the attachment?
Hold on. I gotta get the symbol up for that one. Y'all just give me just a second to find it. There it is. And guess what?
Don't work.
It's not working.
She had sound effects for the show tonight. None of them worked. There it goes. About 30 minutes late. Now she
I
can't
know that
remember-
was wrong.
Now she can't remember even why she wanted to do that.
It had to
Okay.
do with Frank or you, one.
See, LaDarrius, see, if you could get down here, it's a lot more fun. You can do it in real time. All right. So you're the cameraman, and you also do some EVP Spirit Box, but your favorite thing is to be behind the camera.
Yeah, I love to, and like even with my, I run my own group, Shout Out World Media, outside of the ghost hunting group, and I'm particularly one of those people like even though I run everything, I try not to be in the spotlight if I can help it. I prefer to be behind the scenes and let other people like do all the shining. Like when we interview guests at conventions, celebrities, and stuff like that, I'm usually not the one that interviews them. I will only interview a guest if like there's no other option that I have to do it. Other than that, I let other people, have that opportunity to feel like, oh my God, I got a chance to sit down and talk to this person, something like that. But I'm always one of those people like, yeah, I made it happen, but you just not gonna see my name will be like on the credit or something, but you're not gonna see me on camera doing
Okay.
it. I'm just not that person to be like, oh yeah, I'll do anything on camera. I mean, I kind of would. It just depends on what it is.
You're not like Frank.
I'm a behind the scenes guy. But
Yeah.
I'll get on camera when it is needed, and then when I do, I
That's
tend
me.
to try to show out as much as possible. So that
So,
way, that one chance is always a treat.
LaDarrius, do you have a YouTube channel, social media that you'd like to share?
So say that again.
Do you have a YouTube channel and Facebook page or whatnot you'd like to share with our listeners?
Oh yeah. My Facebook page is you can add me on Facebook, my personal page, LaDarrius Young. Just look my name up on there. But I would really like you to go to the Shout Out World Media page, give it a like, and there's a video pinned there. We are working on our own paranormal show. It's going to be a web series, and the videos will be uploaded to Facebook and our YouTube page, which is also called Shout Out World Media on YouTube. Go subscribe to their page. We don't have many subscribers on there because we don't really use that YouTube page as much. But once we start this, I mean, there's videos on there you can go check out that maybe you'll find something you like. But if you want those paranormal videos, that's going to be something you're going to want to subscribe for because when they come out, we're going to be releasing them on there as well. But if you go on our Facebook page, you're going to find that video, read the caption first, and then watch the video and share it, please. But yeah, we were in talks for a TV show originally, and I didn't get chosen, which was fine. So we have this thing at Shout Out World. We have this thing in our group at Shout Out World Media. What we do is whenever we don't get our way, as childish as that sounds, whenever we don't get our way, when it's something that we want, we tend to just do it ourselves. So this is one of those examples. Oh, you didn't put me on the show, and you didn't choose us for no matter like we put out this big, nice produced video, and we sent you just a small clip of the video, and we put out this well produced thing. You didn't choose us. Cool. We'll just go make our own thing. And so this is what this is. Now we're making this show out of spite.
Hey, that works. That's the way you need to do it. This is a
And
new
so
era.
that's what this is. This show is completely out of spite. I mean, granted, I've always wanted to do a ghost hunting show, but my dream was to be on an actual TV show, whatever like that, and be on a network. But hey, beggars can't be choosers here. So I'm like, you know what, whatever. We'll just do it
Well,
ourselves.
here's
And we'll get these together.
you're familiar with the Roku.
Familiar with what?
Roku?
Oh, Roku? Yeah.
Yeah. So we're developing a Roku channel.
Oh, you're developing a Roku channel?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we're going to be looking for a lot of content to put up there. If you're streaming on YouTube, that's fine. We can also put it on Roku and get that kind of stuff out there.
Oh, I'll be definitely interested. And not the only we also do Shout Out World Media also does media marketing promotions. So we could always help out with anything you need promoted or Especially if you need help with the Roku thing.
You
know,
bet.
we're here. We dabble in like literally everything. Promotion, uh, filming, photography, everything, you name it. We do it. Like, I'm the marketing coordinator for Magic City Con.
Uh-huh.
And Magic City Con's in Hoover, Alabama. It's held at the Wintry Hotel at the Galleria. Kevin was there last year, so he can tell you all about it. And he can tell you how you'll never see me because if you see me, I'm a blur. Because I'm always moving to the next place of where I have to be because running that convention and running shout out world stuff at the same time at the convention, I'm only one person. And I am stretched thin at being there. But I enjoy it and that's why I do it every single year. But it's one of those things where like I said, I'm the marketing coordinator because, Shout Out World does all the stuff for Magic City Con. And it was just like, you know what, here, you help us do this and provide us with these services and we'll give you, this in return. And we do that with anybody. We just recently got another sponsor that we're about to get ready to work with. I'll give them a little shout out. They do, they call these, their audio, they have these audiobook chips. Instead of like a tape or a CD or something, it's like a little USB chip thing, and you insert it in like, oh, they're gonna kill me. I can't remember. It's what you can insert it into something, and it's easy. You can like keep it in like your pocket, your wallet, or something like that. It's like a card. It's called a jump card. But on it is like a little chip, and you flip it out, and you just inject it. Like you put it, it's a USB thing, and you put it, and it reads the books. It's an audio book, and it's something new. It's amazing, and so they're gonna actually be sponsoring us, and then they have their own like radio studio and everything like that. So I think they're gonna help us with doing possible podcasts and any other equipment that we might end up getting. So we welcome help by any means. That's what we do. We cross promote. We help people, and in return, they help us as well. So
Right.
everybody benefits back and forth.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely check out Shout Out World. We do a bunch of charity stuff all the time. We always collect the money for charity, and we keep none of the proceeds. We actually have a charity event that's going to be going. If you go on our Facebook page, the Shout Out World Media page, you'll see that event up where we're doing a charity cosplay thing, and for Moody Miracle Week, and you'll be able to check that out and come dress up in a costume or something. Send us a message, and we can get you signed up for that. I'm doing so much. You just gotta. If you follow me, you'll see everything. Follow me, see everything.
Okay. So
And
you're,
Shout Out World Media everywhere. Shout Out World on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere.
a little bit concerned. I don't know if we want to see everything or not.
No.
Keep it
I don't
covered,
even
okay?
want to see it.
You got to be careful with your words around Frank and I.
Yeah, they're naughty.
I don't want to see everything. Come on, man. And
So yeah, we're working on the Roku channel and also our Amazon Fire channel. Okay. So
oh, nice.
yeah, so basically it'll be the same thing on both places. And you can have it on YouTube or whatever, but the more exposure, the better off, right?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Which is what we're doing now with our YouTube channel. We have this thing, I can't remember what it's called, but it's helping us make our YouTube channel better and get people more attracted to it.
Right.
So we're trying our best.
When is your first release of this episode? When's the first one coming out?
Like I said, there's so much footage from just that clip that I think we're gonna put that out. We're gonna put those together and actually make one full length episode because, like I said, we got so much. And I think we're gonna put that out as the first episode. And I'm not sure. Hopefully, I want to try to get it out at least by this month or next month. So people, but I know I definitely want to start filming this month, this April, if all possible. So that's what we're working. That's what we're currently working on. If you just follow us and stay updated, and you'll be able to see. But I'm definitely gonna try to get that. So because everybody's been asking like, where's more of where we went, So we're definitely gonna try to get more of that out. We're gonna get a full length episode for that out so everybody can see that. And then we're gonna be looking for special guests and stuff like that. I've already told Kevin, like, hey Kevin, come on,
Yeah.
be on the show.
Oh
So,
yeah.
Are you gonna let him bring
Kevin
his?
will be on
Are
the
you gonna let him
episode.
bring his dolls?
Yeah, I mean, come on, it's a paranormal show.
You can do an episode in my house.
Well, hey, there's a possibility
Yeah.
we do part of an episode at your house, and then whatever else we can do. It's like we're trying to make them amazing. Like,
So what do you call the show? Do you have a name for it yet?
Oh, that's a good question. We do not have a name for the show, actually. That's actually, what's weird? We haven't even talked about what we would name the show. So I think that is definitely something we need to look into for sure.
Okay.
So if anybody has any ideas, send me.
You
send me
under,
ideas for the
okay,
name of
so
the show.
so here you go, LaDarrius. You need to have a contest for the name of the show.
Contest?
I got
Yeah, and
Okay.
for whoever comes up with a good name, give them a T-shirt or something.
I got an idea already. How about Creep Out World?
Keep that. I like that.
Yeah. So you're the cameraman for this production.
No, like, okay, now when it comes to the convention stuff, I actually, my business partner, Matthew, he runs all the camera stuff. Jordan, who directs, that's another thing we do. We do short films and stuff like that, and we work on movies. Most of them are horror films. So if you go on the Shout Out World Media page, and click on videos, you can go check out some of those short films. Like just like that video, the ghost hunting video, they're very well produced and very well made. Some of those videos have actually won film awards. So we put a lot of work in some of the stuff we do, and a lot of that thanks goes to the great team that I have. Jordan, our film director, he's the reason why we have that $3,000-something camera. Like we it's like if you want something good, you got to be willing to invest type of thing. So it's when it comes to that, yes, I am. I'm not the camera holder, but I am like co-directing and producing. So a lot of times, I'm not on the camera, but I am behind the scenes, making sure everything is, to everybody's liking, to my liking, and I'm not gonna put out crap. That's one thing. Hey, I don't like everybody's all friends here in my group, but the thing is, if I'm gonna watch something, I'm gonna tell you if I don't like it or not. And so that's one of the things here. You got to accept criticism. So you can't get upset if somebody says they don't like the video. If they don't like it, okay, now let's fix it to where it's gonna be amazing. And that's what we do. So we don't put anything out until it's 100%. Everybody agrees on. Okay, this is amazing. We got it.
So on your bucket list, if you had a choice of anywhere you could go to do an investigation, what would be your number one spot that you would want to do?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Where would I want to go? I don't know if that house is still standing, but I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is. That house where that lady built onto it, like it's a maze or something.
Out in California,
Winchester.
Winchester.
It's still
The
there.
Winchester, yes, the Winchester. I've always wanted to check that out.
Yeah, it's still there and open to the public. So it's not going
I've
anywhere.
always, yeah, that's been like the coolest thing. I've always checked that out, and I got a few other places. I think there was some here in Alabama that I want to see. The one where it's in that town where they killed the black guy or something like that, and now his face appears in the window.
Oh yeah,
And even when
Carrollton.
they replaced it,
Carrollton.
yeah, even when they replaced the window, with his face still
Yes, the
shows
courthouse.
back.
Yeah, I know where you go. But the way you worded
That's
that,
been on my top list of things to actually see.
when you said that town where they killed a black man, I thought that covers about every town in Alabama, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was-
Sorry, but we got a bad
Hey.
record.
You're right.
Um,
But
so the Winchester House really fascinates you, and they're not going to close that anytime soon because they're making a ton of money by keeping it open. Yeah. What about the house? What about the hotel where they made The Shining?
the hotel, what?
The movie The Shining.
Yeah, the Stanley Hotel.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That is an actual. I always forget about that's an actual place.
Yeah, I want to go there too.
Yeah, I would love to visit that.
I'd like to go visit it with Jack Nicholson.
Right?
Yeah, Stephen King.
Because I think Stephen King said he made that movie because he stayed there or something like that and had his own experience. I don't know what I can't remember the story behind it, but he made that movie based off that hotel or something like that.
Yeah. Now they came out with a new version of Pet Cemetery. Is that out already?
It's coming out.
It's not out yet, but I'm going to see that.
I think
that's definitely.
it's this Friday or next Friday. I'll have to check.
I don't know. I know I don't have time to go see anything this weekend. Here. I mean, I'm there. Like I said, I got the. Oh yeah, if you want to, since we're doing shameless plugs. If you want to come meet me and help us out, me and Shout Out World are hosting BlazerCon this weekend at UAB Student Hall Center. 3 days of awesomeness. I'm going to be there Friday and Saturday. I cannot be there Sunday because I am actually hosting a private race.
Oh wow!
Because I'm a big WrestleMania fan. I'm a big wrestling,
Okay.
and so I get to watch WrestleMania, and I get to help host this party. It's a private thing, so I can't say where it'll be. Only a few people, who have been selected to come can come. But if you do want to join a nice big party, Burning Slam is having a WrestleMania party, which they're good friends of mine. Tell them I sent you at the Ghost Train Brewing Company. I believe that's where it is. And there you can watch WrestleMania for free. Food. There will be plenty of beer you can drink. Please, of course, you have to pay for it. So
Well, you took that away from me real quick.
I don't know, but he did say
so
food.
WrestleMania around a bunch of great wrestling fans, meet new people, have great conversations. Definitely check out Ghost Train this Sunday, WrestleMania. But come see me at BlazerCon Friday and Saturday.
You call it BlazerCon?
The Shout Out World team will be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but I just won't be there Sunday because I
Okay.
have to go do the rest of
So the best day to come would be Sunday.
Oh, okay, you got your.
See how mean he is.
I'm actually doing a wrestling panel Saturday, so if you want to come check that out too.
Okay. If I can get
Come
Kevin
talk
to
wrestling.
drive me down there. Are you
Because I'm
going there,
actually,
Kevin?
a lot of people don't know, but I'm actually in wrestling training to become a wrestler. So
Really?
I'm in a lot, man. I go hunt.
I
I
know
do
that.
this filming thing. I'm trying to be a wrestler. It's almost like when am I going to sit down?
Well, here's the
And
deal,
I,
man.
and I work a full-time job. So
We're very, very honored that you would take your time to spend with us tonight.
I'm just
like I
saying.
said, and I really would have been there tonight, but just it too much. It was too much of a long drive, and then I have to be up at 4 a.m. to go to work.
That's okay,
So I was
but
like,
just keep in
if
mind,
it was on a weekend I was free, I would definitely have been there.
that's okay, LaDarrius. Just keep in mind that of everybody sitting up here, you got the biggest head.
Hey, this is true. I see the stream. This is very true.
Well, I'm just going to say this. It kind of tells you what kind of places that he's planning on investigate. on investigating when you have a paranormal investigator that is working on professional wrestling training to, because of some of these places that he's going into is the only thing I can think of. He's not sure what he's going to run into there, but he's going to be ready for it when he does, that. So.
Oh yeah, I started training in Munford or I think it was Lincoln, Alabama. It was right by Munford, around the same area. And my phone is wanting to die right now. There's the charger thing. Okay. Anyway,
out in that area, you might run into Bigfoot.
oh no, right? But I've also did some training, or I was supposed to. I think I'm supposed to be going not this weekend, but the next weekend, because I was supposed to go last weekend doing some training, wrestling training in Mississippi. So I'm like kind of training all over the place. I'm actually getting ready to take a step back from Shout Out World and let Matthew be more in charge so I can focus more on wrestling training. Because one, I'm really trying to get into shape, and two, this is right next to Ghost Hunting. This has been one of my biggest dreams to be a wrestler. Not necessarily trying to make it to WWE, because I know if I did that, I wouldn't be able to do like Shout Out World or anything like that anymore. But WWE is not an actual, a goal of mine. My goal is I want to be able to say, yeah, man, I can get in a ring and go, So I've always wanted to be a wrestler, and this is one of the things that I'm about to get ready to start focusing on. So, not that I won't be doing Shout Out World anymore, but I just I won't be at a lot of the events anymore. Like I'll do the big ones where I know I need to show up.
You're missing
all the smaller ones.
You're missing the biggest one in Alabama coming up in October.
Listen, like I said, you got to me late. That is not my fault. I got booked by another convention way before you got to me. So, or you can blame Kevin, since he's the one who technically really got me on the show. This is his fault.
Kevin, how could you?
I'm innocent.
I'm just saying it's a good thing we got that duct tape left over. We still got enough for an abduction. The only thing
you have a really good lineup.
We're probably going to need. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need some help though, because he is pretty trained up and stuff, and
he's about to be a wrestler. He might not go down too easy.
Right. I'm going to need some help. But
wait a minute. I got a couple of. I've watched these wrestling matches. I got a couple of metal chairs back there.
You might break your kneecaps.
Just when you hit him on the head, make sure you don't hit him like directly in the middle. Just kind of to the
I
side.
got a bottle of fake blood too.
Unless you really want to hurt him.
Right.
Those are a lot of people don't know. Those are real chairs, but you just got to hit them in a certain spot where it doesn't hurt as bad. But those are those chairs are very real.
Oh, I know. I'm sure. Believe me, there's sometimes that some unintentional injuries take place.
Yeah.
That I'm just saying, come toward the end of October, you see a white van parked outside your house. It says free ghost hunting equipment on the side of it. Don't ask questions. Just get in, check out what they got. It's cool stuff.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get in.
Frank, you forget that he sees white ghosts.
Right. It's just not gonna happen. You're not gonna get me that. The first thing I'm gonna feel like, wait a minute.
The bad thing is I'd probably fall for it. Free coffee? Oh yeah, here I am.
Something's fishy here.
Something wicked this way comes.
That's how I got Frank to come down here. I had to buy a coffee maker.
No. I've actually slowly become a coffee drinker ever since I started working at my job that involves me to be up at 4 a.m. Because I was like, man, I don't drink coffee. I don't touch that stuff. Now, it's my best friend.
What do you mind if I ask what your regular job is?
I work at Honda for vehicle quality.
Okay.
So I have the easiest job in the world. I get to make sure the easiest job, but also the job you don't want to mess up. It's very easy, but if you get too lazy with it, you can easily mess something up. If you don't want a car to get out there and there's something wrong with it,
Yeah.
you know. But I get to test drive the cars and check them out and make sure certain parts and things like that are working.
Okay. That's a good job.
Oh yeah, pays very well.
So what's your next? Do you have another lined up?
No, I think unless Kim or somebody like says, "Hey, we have an investigation of such and such." I don't have anything planned until we start filming the show.
We might
So
need
unless I'm invited somewhere or something like that, I don't have anything planned.
we might need an
I know-
investigation down here at our building.
No, really.
Well, I mean,
Might have to do that.
Kevin
Might have
and
to have an
Frank.
episode then.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got some crazy stuff going on
We're
down here
definitely-
tonight.
We're definitely taking suggestions on like places that we should go and stuff like that. So I'm all ears for anytime people send me a message of, hey, you should check this place out. We're keeping it on we're keeping a whole list. So because a friend of mine already wants me to come out because they think there's something in their house. So that's probably going to be part of an episode or a two-part or something like that, depending on how it goes.
Okay, with that said, we've got people watching on YouTube and on Facebook. We've got about 45 minutes left. If anybody has any questions for LaDarrius or for Kevin or for Frank, not me. I'll lie to you. But
He's being honest. Right?
now that could be a lie. But just type it in, and we will get the question out to be answered. And we got Frank here. He's half paying attention and texting at the same time.
I'm playing Angry Birds.
What was the name of your YouTube channel again?
The name of my YouTube channel, Shout Out World Media.
Okay, so
There's going to be two. One that's going to be called Shout Out World. That's just my personal YouTube page that I use to watch my videos that I subscribe to. But if you type in Shout Out World Media, you'll know that that's the right one. It's not going to have that many. I think we're probably at like 30 something subscribers, maybe. I'm not sure, but
in your production,
there's videos on there, very very well done videos, some old interviews that we've done. I've recently started vlogging, so you get to see I think Kevin's vlog is on there from where I was at his house and the showing off the haunted dolls.
Yeah.
So you can go on the YouTube page and check it out there. If you haven't seen it on the Shout Out World Media page or the Scare page, I uploaded it to the Scare page too. But there's videos on there. You guys can check them out and see some of the celebrity guests that we've become friends with over time. Like we're on first name basis now with one of the guys from Comic Book Meme from AMC. His name is Ming Chin. We've become friends with John Lee Brody. He did stuff for Star Trek. John Anderson. He's been on a lot of stuff. Guardians of the Galaxy. He's been in Spider-Man: Homecoming. He was in Stranger Things. His resume's long, so we've like I said, and this past weekend, guess who I got to hang out with? You haven't seen by my profile picture. I got
saw
to hang out with Steve-O from Jackass. So
Are you going to join the Jackass team?
no. Too extreme for me.
Yeah,
But I
I saw
will
that.
film my friends doing the stuff.
Yeah. You're not going to get in a shopping cart and get pushed down a hill or anything?
I've actually done that. I've done that before off camera.
Okay.
Been in a shopping. I've done that before.
Yeah, but if it's not on Facebook, it didn't happen.
That's why I'm glad that I grew up in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah. All he did was sniff gas and paint.
The rest after that's a fuzzy memory.
LaDarrius says he got nothing to say about that.
No, I got nothing.
He's like, that explains so much about him.
And if you're wondering why LaDarrius will never be back on this show, it's because he's already got some facial expressions saying, "I'm not coming back around these guys again."
Oh no, come on now. I've actually enjoyed this. I don't get to do many like podcasts and stuff like that. Like I said, we're trying to work on our own eventually. I want to have my own wrestling podcast, and then I want to have my own separate just shout out world media podcast and just talk about a bunch of stuff.
We've got room in our building, so we could put a ring for you to wrestle in. Kevin would be glad to get in the ring with you.
I am not a fighter.
I mean,
we can
if
charge
someone
you.
wants to get in the ring with me, we can get in the ring.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll get Kevin and Frank in there with you. Since you're six
Well, see, I was going to be out. I was going to be the announcer.
Okay.
As they're doing it.
I could be the
I guess I could be
referee.
the referee.
Yeah, I mean,
I get in there.
LaDarrius, if I were you, I would definitely take him on because Kevin was over here saying that you wouldn't do it. I mean, he was talking all kinds of smack.
Yeah.
He was
True. Kevin
Kevin
can
was
catch
sitting
my
there saying-
elbow of destruction.
right.
Kevin was sitting over there saying, "I'm gonna make him shave that thing off his face."
Right. You know how Kevin is. He's always trying to provoke people. I mean, he's out of control.
You see the smoke, the BS going all through here. That's how it goes.
There's a Braun Strowman, Kevin. You can get these hands.
What?
So here we are, Abnormal Alabama, promoting a wrestling match between Kevin Kane.
No. I'm gonna call in sick that night.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because we got cameras. We know where you live. That'd be an interesting wrestling match. A ring surrounded by haunted dolls.
Oh no, Kevin will probably win. $200 and one person against one
All right,
person.
so we got to come up with a wrestling name for Kevin.
Oh, no.
Killer Kevin.
Oh,
Okay,
what we got?
LaDarrius says he was okay till he
The
found out he's going to be
doll man.
outnumbered by all the dolls.
What's that, LaDarrius?
Yeah. I said he could be called the Doll Man or something.
Yeah. Devil dolls. We can make some money on this, Kevin.
Oh no.
I got plenty of metal chairs. Y'all can wear them out. I got some metal trash cans too.
No, well, you're all set.
I'll be practicing my announcer voice.
There you go.
Let's get
Let's
ready
hear
to
it.
rumble.
Let's hear it.
In this corner. In this corner.
You actually got a good wrestling announcer voice. In this corner, I like that.
Oh, me?
Which
That
one?
was believable.
In this corner.
That was really good.
All right.
Well, you know, Ed, I can see it now. And over here we have the contender, Kevin Kane, with 200 haunted dolls assisting him on the backup.
Tag teaming with $200. And here's LaDarrius. LaDarrius only has one Ouija board.
That ain't me, baby. That's the demon that came out of those Ouija boards.
Hey, Kevin, there's a sure way to beat LaDarrius.
I
Hit him in the head with your Ouija board.
Just throw a Ouija
You'll
board
leave.
at me.
I can always bring Bigfoot and make a tag team.
I think we got something here, Frank.
Right.
We're the, what are we, donkeys?
Right? That
Oh, I think I forced it already.
You know what? We promote this so well that
Right.
one big, huge match and we gonna retire.
Yeah. I mean, you know,
That would be my last match forever.
We will do this. We'll tell them we're doing it in Las Vegas, but actually we'll just stream it to Las Vegas from here.
right.
We'll have it looking like the MGM.
Yeah. And that's easy to do. I got a green screen.
That works for me.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, now wait a minute. Now, Frank, in your best voice, set this match up.
Well, let's see. In this corner, we have Kevin, the haunted doll Kane, and he's going to be facing LaDarrius, the Giants Young, and they're going to be facing off here at the MGM Grand and ready to rumble. I'll have to work
But
on it.
I'm stuck on the whole giant thing. I'm only 5'9".
Right. Well, you know, we're going to use the cameras to, you know, and when you come out on camera, you're going to be like 6'5".
Okay, so Kevin, how much do you weigh?
Do I have to say? I weigh 235.
Okay, so here's Kevin Kane coming in at 235 and LaDarrius.
Oh, I actually weigh more than Kevin. I'm 280.
Okay, it's kind of a mixed match. Kevin's got the weight of his $200 behind him.
Right. That's why we're putting LaDarrius at 6'5".
Here's from the MGN Minor, not the Grand, live from Columbia, Alabama. Okay, boy, we could make a fortune just selling T-shirts with all those mugs on them. I think we're on something.
Hey,
Yeah.
I get into a full gimmick, man. I put face paint on and everything. So
We're gonna fix up. You know what? That picture he's got on that one book. We'll do his face like that.
Oh, that doll.
Yeah.
I know. I was gonna say I know exactly which one.
You know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Blazing yellow eyes.
Boy, I tell you what, that new calling, Frank?
Yeah. Hey, you know, you know, if somebody were free that weekend, you could actually put the ring up at the event. You know, there would be room at the wharf. You know.
Oh man, yeah.
The rest
We
of
just
the
put a tent up in the parking lot.
That's what we do. Bigfoot Paranormal Wrestling.
I'm gonna say. I mean, anytime I'm back in one of my wrestling training spots, you know, there's already a ring set up. All you gotta do is just show up.
Here's the deal, LaDarrius. Given that you already know more about wrestling than Kevin does, we want to get you before you get too much training.
I got an idea. Well, I'm a Bigfoot wrestler, LaDarrius.
Well, we're gonna put
so
Kevin.
you want him-
We're gonna put Kevin. That's the
you want
deal
him to
right there.
not
We're gonna
show
put Kevin in a Bigfoot suit.
Oh no, that'd be great. That'd be a nice little gimmick right there.
Messing with Sasquatch.
Right. Wrestling was that
In
spot.
this corner is Kevin Bigfoot. Out of nowhere, Kevin plays this little innocent guy routine. Here he is, just spent the last 30 minutes challenging you, LaDarrius.
Yeah.
I haven't said a word about it.
You know, that's the thing. You got to watch. I mean, you see how confrontational and provocative he is over here, trying to.
Kevin's he's kind of.
He's out of control.
That's it. I tell you, we gotta. Where's the holy water?
Right. I think he might need an
All
exercise.
you have to do is sit next to two troublemakers and basically, you know.
You gonna talk about your promoters that way?
Oh, that's what you are?
See, Kevin will talk crap about anybody, LaDarrius.
Right. He don't care who he starts with.
That match wouldn't last 10 seconds because as soon as I hit her with my finishing move, with my devastating elbow, it would be over. Like,
No, we gotta make it last 2 or 3 rounds. Give them their money's worth.
Oh, so you want me to pretend to let him fight back? Gotcha.
You got to.
Yeah, you got to sandbag it a few minutes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk in and take a fall. Ding, 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 ding.
Don't worry, Frank and I are gonna pick you up.
It's gonna be weekend at Bernie's.
Look, Darius is gonna flex and he's gonna fall over.
Oh no.
Prop him up, prop him up.
Bucket of water.
You guys are sick.
If you just tuned in, this used to be a
Well,
paranormal
LaDarrius, I don't think you've been watching our show, but you know, with this October 26th, CryptoCon coming up in Orange Beach that we put together, they got a wonderful.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah.
You have a really great lineup. I was like, wish I was
Absolutely.
able to go.
We're just missing you. But
I know.
bottom line is,
Maybe next year.
we got a big VIP room. People are paying extra for that VIP room, and it's got a dance pole in it, and we can't afford to pay any women. So
No.
Frank and I figured out a way that we could make money. So we're going to do reverse stripping. We're gonna come out naked, knowing that people will pay us to put clothes on.
Oh, all right.
You notice he said naked, not naked.
I would send $50 in one, and do with that as you will.
Yeah, they'll be chanting, "Put it on, put it on, put it all on."
Hey, at least he said once. The last person that we talked to about it said they were throwing coins.
They're trying to make it dribble.
Mostly pennies.
In a sock.
Oh, they're trying to hurt you.
Yeah, but we would rather just promote this wrestling match we're talking about here. I can see
definitely-
Kevin now, one of those
promote
wrestling
that
outfits.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking
yeah.
about? He's got the straps in the
Yeah,
back.
the straps.
Yeah.
The spandex.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull a Andy Kaufman. I'm gonna come out there.
We'll make him wear some Bigfoot socks
Yeah, but he needs a cape though with the outfit. He definitely
when he comes out.
I'm gonna pull
What
Andy
kind of
Kaufman.
crown should he have on his head?
Yeah, definitely need one.
A Burger King crown.
I don't know, but Kevin's getting into it now. Look at
Yeah.
Burger
Well, I
King.
was saying I'm gonna pull Andy Kaufman. I'll come out smart now
As soon as I get hit, I'm dropping.
that.
and just lay there.
That'd be a good match.
I-
That'd be fun, yeah. Kevin's over there sweating just thinking about it.
He's over there thinking like, oh God, that's a lot of work.
Kevin, just dance around for 3 rounds.
Can't I just sit and sell books?
Oh, just think of the books you can sell after this match.
God, that's what you tell him. Look, the next book.
People will be swarming to a table to try to get your books.
That's
after
it.
that.
Yeah.
That's
They're gonna feel
it.
sorry for you how bad I beat you.
Oh, we're talking crap now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's really sure of himself over here.
So what you got to say about that, Kevin?
Well, hey, like you say, he does have the biggest head of the panel.
Here in just a minute, we'll have to throw it to sound effects.
Yeah, much. You know now we call this abnormal Alabama, right?
So this has been very fun. So hey.
Okay, so Killer Kevin and his haunted dolls versus what we'll call LaDarrius.
Oh, you said the giant or something.
Yeah, that.
LaDarrius the Giant.
Apparently I was LaDarrius. Yeah, apparently I was LaDarrius the Giant.
LaDarrius the Giant.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter how tall you are. Because you put it on TV and
Oh, that's
everything. I mean, he's gonna be 6'5", about 350 when we do
here's
the
what we
editing.
do. We can make him higher. Back in the 70s, they had those pimping shoes.
Yeah.
The guys wore with those big heels on them.
Yeah.
So we can add about 6
yeah.
inches to you.
Well, you can use camera magic. Just make sure all the camera angles are aiming up at him. So
No, but we
it's
want
fine.
live people. We want
And
people.
all the live things.
Somebody's got to be there because we're going to furnish some rotten fruit.
Because in reality, he's about the size of one of them little dudes on Lord of the Rings. So,
Boy, they talking crap. Did you hear that, LaDarrius?
Yes.
I'm gonna get beat up going outside tonight.
No, come on now.
Yeah, Kevin wants to talk about Frankie
See, he's a troublemaker.
I tell you,
Hey, you know what I
Proof
just
is
thought
in the
about,
pudding.
Kevin? You still got any of that stew left from that night we were over there? Did you freeze it?
No, we ate it all up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was barely any chili left. There was vegetable soup.
Oh, yeah, no. I know. I took most of that chili out myself.
Oh, he stole some chili. I know.
that's the reason for
It
a
was-
match right there.
It was slow cooked chili.
You gotta go get that chili back.
I don't know if I want it back now.
That chili was so good, I was literally picking off, like, I burnt the roof of my mouth, and there was definitely some skin to it, man.
Come to think of it,
it was so worth it.
I think that's why me and LaDarrius were the ones in the kitchen from that story that I was telling earlier about the cat.
I was probably heading in there to get more
Yeah, I believe that's what it was.
That's probably why that cat was way up there at the ceiling because of the cat.
Did you blow her up there, Frank?
Well, you know, I can't figure out. You know, I was saying I couldn't figure out how the cat got up there anyway. You know, so I mean,
She's got a good leap on her.
Right.
it rode the draft.
You know, we're putting
Yeah,
LaDarrius to
that's
sleep. He
crazy
can
that you
yawn.
got all the way up there. Hey, listen, this is usually around my bedtime, so I'm getting ready to wind it down. So,
We're getting close. I didn't know Kevin was so passive aggressive.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, you know, everybody always laughs when I say it. You know, I say Kevin's out of control. You got to watch him, and you know, people are like, "Ha ha ha!" Yeah, Kevin is such a nice guy. It's like I'm telling you, you got to watch him.
Well, you know, he's really,
anybody that keeps that many dolls in their house, it has to be vicious.
I tell you. Does he talk this aggressive with you when you're face to face, or just when you're got your face up there on screen?
Like from the what?
If you were here face to face, would Kevin be talking to you this way?
Probably not.
Yeah,
Probably not.
You know you wouldn't. You're too scared for that. Come on.
They think there's something, but think we need to get Shane up in here. I bet he put in the Shane.
Shane, what? If Shane was in there, you know we would be double teaming you right now.
See, that's what I'm saying. They hadn't met Shane yet.
Hey, LaDarrius, I know you can't see it very well on your screen there, but Kevin's got that microphone. He's flexing that right arm muscle there.
He was saying earlier.
I see him.
Let me talk about this right here.
This is a little
Let me tell you something, LaDarrius.
When you come over here, who's been talking smack about me?
Yeah. Here's Kevin.
If Shane,
I got more dolls than you do.
Kevin would probably be crying in like a little ball right now.
What do you think about that, Kevin?
I call it BS. That's what I.
Oh man.
You got it. You know it's true. Me and Shane are the only reasons. Are the only reasons why you got Wi-Fi.
Well, all reasons we got what?
Me and Shane are the only reason why you have Wi-Fi because he bullies you into getting it.
Oh yeah. That was already in the works. See, and
Uh-huh.
they didn't even have it available in my neighborhood.
Ladies and gentlemen, July the 4th is the super big wrestling match between LaDarrius Giant and Sasquatch Kevin.
That's one hairy man.
Man.
You gonna let it get by with that, Kevin?
Trash talk me. Yeah, I'm gonna turn him on to me. He'll start talking.
See, Kevin, now you know what we meant when we said you weren't a friend, your family.
But yeah, like Olive Garden.
Okay.
What? Olive Garden? What's this?
I guess their logo.
What
Is
is-
it?
yeah.
You're not just spreading your family.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it's that way, where's my lasagna?
Yeah, I mean, most people I know, if you threaten the trademark family, they're going to get up and leave.
I guess
They're not going to tolerate that.
I guess it's my time to go. Man.
Look at this. Let's see why he's using his arm. Open his chest. Yeah.
Well, I got to go.
Yeah. See, when Frank was talking, I could read Kevin's lips over there. He's looking at your face saying, "Come and get some of this."
Ah.
Look at LaDarrius is getting real. He's getting his face up on his computer screen. See what you're doing, Kevin.
I'm not doing nothing.
He says he's recording this for later too. You know that. No backing out.
Oh,
Hey, it's on YouTube and Facebook now. It's here for life.
yeah. Well, we gotta create a special website for this wrestling match.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Sasquatch Kevin, LaDarrius to John.
See, can we get something
And I
started?
won't
Can
even
we get
charge-
something started?
Yeah,
I won't even charge you a thing.
Huh?
I said I won't even charge you a thing. I do the match for free.
Oh, that's good because Frank and I gonna charge.
Right.
It keeps getting lower and lower on the screen there.
He's getting his eyes on it. Are you trying to intimidate him, LaDarrius?
That's the stare down right there.
Is the eye thing working? Is this eye thing working?
You gotta take the glasses off. There's too much glare
This
in them.
is some scary. This
There
is
you
scary
go.
Oh yeah,
stuff right
there
here.
you go.
That's some scary stuff right here.
I don't
I
think
bet,
he, Frank. I don't think he needs any more training.
I bet he's really
Right,
high.
right.
I bet he's really hiding back there. Is that who was moving around? I got him hiding back there ready to come out.
You know, you got Kevin afraid to go home now.
Hey, trust me, I'm not there.
Oh my goodness! It has been very much a pleasure to have you with us tonight.
It's same. Thank you guys for having me. I've enjoyed this.
When some night or sometime when you're not, trying to fall asleep in the last hour.
Hey, listen, hey, come on now. You know, when you get used to a routine and you have to be up at 4 a.m, your body pretty much just starts telling you.
I understand, but you did get pumped up a minute there, thinking about wrestling.
I
Kevin.
am. I'm always comfortable. That's the best way I would. If I'm not comfortable, you don't get the best out of me.
There you go. Well, we got the best of you. And Kevin says you ain't seen the best. You get the master. You get in the ring with him.
Well, if I was there, it'd definitely be something for real.
It's some trouble you get in when you got a crazy old whack put words in your mouth.
Yeah. You can't read the lips like that. This is gonna
Oh
be good.
man, I'm gonna have to definitely try to get out there one day and join
Where
you guys.
is that Bigfoot?
Definitely.
Okay, we're gonna get that out.
I think it's on the shelf in the back.
All right, Kevin. Sasquatch Kevin and LaDarrius the Giant. Coming up soon at the what was that hotel?
What was that hotel?
Yeah, live from the Motel 6 in Columbiana, Alabama.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Motel 6.
Right, the Motel 5.5 arena.
Out by the swimming pool.
To have all 6 people in the audience.
Oh my goodness. Well, we've got a heck of a lineup for October 26th. Unfortunately, this guy, LaDarrius, will not be with us
Yep.
yet.
I'm sorry. At least I'm being nice and not even saying what the other place is I got booked. I'm giving you all
That's
this.
okay, but you need to help. At the very least, you can promote it for us. Kevin's going to be there.
I mean, I can definitely do that.
Yeah, get it out there because, don't be afraid to trash Kevin out a little bit.
God, why am I always the one that gets messed with?
Y'all can bully my Kevin.
But-
Yeah, ready to get Catherine up here.
But no, like seriously, you guys have a really like that convention looks like it's gonna be pretty fun. I was looking there and I was like, man, this is actually a really good lineup. You even got my buddy there, Spectral Wolf coming out there. I was like, oh wow.
Yeah, and we got the guy that wrote
Now
this.
I gotta mess with him. Be like, so you're gonna be out there guessing now, huh?
We got this guy here, Keith Bearden, who wrote the book Forest Friends of the Night.
Yeah, I don't know why you got Kevin. I mean, whatever. But.
Well,
I get it.
Get my whistle hat.
I understand. I understand it's a charity thing, so it's like a make a wish.
Kevin's make a wish and get the ring with LaDarrius the Giant.
But if I was there, Kevin, you wouldn't even be booked there because I'd be taking your spot.
That's the biggest BS I've heard on that.
Because I don't just come. I don't come by myself. I come with a crew. And when I come with the crew, we put on a show.
I got my crew too.
Yeah, $200.
Yeah, yeah, $200 and don't move, big whoop.
Oh man, yeah. If I turn him on, he's
Turn him
automated.
Watch out for that.
I'm gonna bring that big old Walker doll. I'm gonna bring that really freaky looking one that scares you.
You're not bringing that walking dog anyway.
Oh, this is gonna be one heck of a match right here.
Okay, now I'm gonna give him that. That walking dog is creepy. That thing looks like.
I was looking at you too, Frank. You were looking at it, but you were trying to be anywhere near.
Y'all close your eyes. Kevin's doing some naughty things with his doll over here.
That walking
Whoa.
dog looks like something out of a horror movie. I'm just saying that.
Did you hear that?
It was. That was creepy.
Did you hear that?
Then hear
He
what?
said,
Oh, is that the doll?
Yeah. Hey, Danny, you want? Hi, he said.
Yeah, throw that away in the trash.
Oh,
That's
No
Danny.
He said,
haunted
hi.
dolls are allowed here.
How old are you, Danny?
Sound like he said 25.
He
That's
said
good.
5. So he's not programmed to say words. He's supposed to just do like he just did. He goes, and then he.
What?
Ah,
Nah.
what?
What was that?
I don't know, but you're setting LaDarrius up for a good night's sleep.
No.
See, he's not programmed to say words. He's supposed to giggle and
Say Uncle LaDarrius.
No.
he said,
Say,
"Guys."
say LaDarrius
If
the
he-
Giant.
Nah, if he says my name, I swear I'm gonna hang up.
He went.
What's
Hi.
that? Look at that. LaDarrius talking to a dog.
Say something else. Bye.
Talk to
That
him.
sounds like me when I'm at conventions. Hi, bye. Because I'm always moving.
He laughed. See, that's part of his problem. See, he makes those noises, but he's not supposed to say words. I talked to the manufacturer, and
Talk to us.
they said that that he's only programmed to make the noises, and
Say WrestleMania.
Oh God.
Say Kevin. Say Kevin.
no.
Okay. And say good night, LaDarrius.
Bye.
Are you really scared of that doll, Darius?
Oh!
No,
I swear you said
man.
scared of the dog.
See, it sounded like scared it out.
Wait a minute.
That's my boys.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So y'all laughing. We had an entity go by this window over here a while ago.
Yeah.
And we're in a gated community here. I mean, you look at a fence, you think this is a prison.
It's at least what, a 6-foot gate, because it's taller, it's a good foot
And
taller.
with a razor wire on the
And
top.
the razor wire on the top. But,
Just sneezing.
The funny thing is, when I walked
Fancy,
out there,
fancy.
the tape, I mean, when I looked out there and I screamed, the black camera
Yeah.
was still up. That when Frank and I went around there to check out to see if there was anybody back there, it's like it had fallen down, but the tape was stuck on the window down below.
Okay. LaDarrius has got to get up and go to work in the wee hours of the morning. He's over there yawning, and now he's going to have nightmares.
I'm trying to hide myself from yawning. Doesn't work.
But really and truly, we've really enjoyed the last couple of hours getting to know you. I know these other guys knew you, but I didn't. I really enjoyed the time we spent with you. And hopefully we can do something like this in person one day.
Of course, I will definitely do my best on trying to get that going for sure. I definitely want to, like I said, like this is me on a video, but like if I'm there in person, it's a whole other ball
There
game.
you go.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we do this every Tuesday night between 7 and 9. You can
All
join us
right.
and you can
Maybe
watch.
one day if I like I don't know, get another job or something that I don't have to drive so far, not have to wake up at 4 in the morning.
Yeah, that's pretty bright and ugly in the morning for sure.
Right.
Well, who
Come on.
knows? Maybe my all the stuff that I do with shout out road and stuff, maybe it'll become my permanent job. That's the goal.
Well,
And
that
I
and
be
you
working
keep
for
forgetting
myself.
the big wrestling match with Sasquatch Kevin.
Ah,
That's going to be the first step.
That's gonna be the bacon. That's gonna be my break in right there.
That's going to be
That's
the
it.
biggest thing that hit Alabama since the convention on February the 9th.
No.
I'm sure all two audience members will enjoy it.
Hey, well, I'm just saying that
Now
there's
he's putting down our promotion.
Kevin did this. Oh,
Hey, I gotta
man.
have some kind of comeback here.
well, I'm just saying there's not a lot of breaking news that big that happens around Shelby, Alabama. So I mean, this is going to be
It's going to be big, huge,
All right.
almost as huge as LaDarrius.
Right.
Oh.
Look for LaDarrius Young on Facebook, and then he'll hook you up with the Shout Out World on YouTube. And we'll get him back on here. We had a good time tonight, even though we about put him to sleep.
No.
But
That's just natural body telling me it's time.
even though he's not part of our lineup, don't forget October 26th, a big Halloween Bigfoot on the beach down at Crypticon in Orange Beach, Alabama. We got a venue that outdoes all venues down there. It's a pretty new place. The Port at the Wharf, right there, Orange Beach. And you can buy your tickets. They're on sale now, www.abnormalalabama.com. If you have any questions or need any assistance, and if you want LaDarrius and Kevin to come out and investigate your house or your haunted place, wherever it may be, you can reach us at 888-501-6689, and we'll put you in touch with these paranormal investigators. If you want tickets to the big wrestling match coming up July 4th,
Fake.
between Sasquatch Kevin and LaDarrius Huge, we're putting up a special website for that. You got any final words you want to say, LaDarrius?
Thank you guys for having me, and yeah, definitely, go follow Shout Out World Media on all social medias: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and we're there, and
All right.
you can stay up to date with everything that we do. and then some.
and some
And
more.
then definitely, yeah, you follow me and you'll learn. So you'll learn a lot of new stuff, and I can definitely keep you laughing at some of the stuff that I post on Facebook. That's for
I
sure.
was about to say you need to follow him on Facebook because he puts the best stuff out there to steal. I'm just saying.
Shout outs.
Well, the same over here with this guy, Frank Lee.
Yeah, Frank does too.
He puts out some interesting stuff.
It's all stolen from LaDarrius.
Yeah, probably. Now, Kevin is a little bit of a bore on Facebook.
Look now.
But he-
Kevin's looking like,
Kevin
right
a message on Facebook. It took 3 days for him to respond.
But there's one thing about Kevin, he does put out a podcast. He tells some very interesting and colorful stories. And but he just don't know how to choose good memes to put out there at all.
Look, I got a pretty big audience now, so.
You do, Kevin.
Yeah,
You're grown in the
And
last.
that's why we're gonna
6
ride
months.
with you. And the new name, look for him on Facebook, Sasquatch Kevin.
Kevin Kane, writerkevinkane.com. I spell CAIN, writerkevinkane.com.
Again, thank you so much, LaDarrius. Get you a good night's sleep. Be safe on the roads and watch out for dogs.
Oh God! If I get to swerving on the road, you'll know why. Like, oh God, what was that? That was a dog.
And for all you guys that have the patience to keep watching this on YouTube and Facebook, thank you for your patience and understanding. We now know where the insane asylum was that LaDarrius did the other day. We are the
Wait,
former.
well, how did you take this?
No, we're the old inmates there that haunt the place.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's like this place looks familiar.
Deja vu.
Oh,
It looks like my old room.
That was the ward out there walking by.
All right. Say good night, Kevin.
Good night there, Kevin.
Thank you, LaDarrius.
All right, y'all have a good night. Thank you for having me.
You too. Look forward to doing it again.
Of course. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Let's give LaDarrius a big round of applause.
That's a huge crowd out there applauding.
And thank you for our audience.
I'm having very strange technical difficulties.
Why don't we share that picture? I can actually share that picture right here on Facebook. Hey, we're not done, guys. We got something.
Hold on, I have a story to tell.
We have a story.
We're still
we still
live.
streaming?
We're streaming live.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to get up yet.
All right.
Okay.
Microphone. She's now the star.
All right, we got some beauty up here now.
Kevin.
Wow, she's much better looking than he is.
Okay, so
She's got hair.
So I ran into a friend of mine the other day, and we were just kind of having some paranormal chat, and she was telling me a story about some friends of hers, and they had gotten a crucifix and a mirror from the neighbor next door as they were going through her house. She had died, and the night they got it, their one dog spent all night barking, which was out of character. Each day it got a little worse with barking. Then all of this happened, which I'll show you in a moment. The dog literally spent all night in their son's room, who usually sleeps with them, barking at the wall and the door. And that night was when the pill thing happened, and then the scratches. So basically they had woke up and bottle, you can see the symbol up there, had some kind of ancient symbol done on the countertop. And he also had scratches on his back, 3 of them, that almost looked like something was trying to claw out of him. And so I've just been really taken hypnotized by this symbol, like trying to figure out what its meaning is. I freaked out if I woke out. Like pills, those were his pills too. And I don't know, it kind of looks like one little person, the other one a pitchfork, and the other one possibly a sword. I don't know, but my phone's been acting crazy ever since she sent me this, and it goes from LTE full bars to absolutely zero service, anything.
Now, when did this happen?
She sent it to me. While we were playing.
Oh, she sent it to you while you were here.
Yeah, and I mean, for like the last 45 minutes, we've been trying to Google different stuff, and I'll just lose service. And I go to type in looking up something, and I'll look up the previous thing. Like it's just acting all crazy. So I don't know.
Okay, I think it's time to go home.
She gave me some holy water over there. But yeah, I just thought that was really interesting.
Wow. So we have to do some more research on that.
I know, and I'll send her the picture of the scratches. She got a very bad feeling from it. There we go.
That is amazing.
I know. I thought that was really interesting.
Well, keep us posted.
I know. I
Now,
know.
I know you're going in for some surgery. You're going to be able
Mhm.
to, that's going to take you out of the equation next week.
Oh no, I'll be able. I'm going to surgery Wednesday, so I'll be there Tuesday night. Then I'll sleep really good.
Okay, then.
But see,
I
there's the
see scratch
scratches.
marks. Is that stretch marks or something?
Yeah,
That's deep. That's
I
not.
know.
Yeah,
I know.
that's not just like a red.
He was very concerned. It hurt him really bad, and
Now, who is
he
this?
didn't. His name is Brian. He is a friend of my friend, and he didn't know what to do the proper way, and he took the crucifix and threw it away, and he smashed the mirror with his hand.
Oh,
So that probably wasn't a good idea. But
so he's outside for this picture here.
he didn't know, like he took a shower and he felt some burning or something, and he had went to tell her what was going on with the dog and the pills and all that stuff, and he was like, can you just look at my back because I feel like something's going on.
So
like
did this occur in the Birmingham area?
No, it's Pensacola.
Oh, down in Pensacola.
If you
Okay.
will look right here, I don't know if you see it on the screen. Right there, there are 3 more scratches that are going almost.
So the
straight
next
up
question is, how long did it take those scratches to vanish?
That's a good question. I didn't get that information, but I just
You're going to pursue this, right?
yeah, no, I'm really intrigued by it. I don't really understand, but yeah, we were Googling symbols over and over again, looking up satanic, ancient, Native American, whatever it could be. I just thought that was so
Wow.
interesting. So there's my story.
Why don't you share that picture with me and Frank and Kevin, and
Yeah.
all of us can kind of.
Yeah, kind of just go and see what we could find. I told her, I'm like, hey, well, I'm with the perfect group of people right now to kind of maybe see if they can figure something out. So she's like, absolutely, please tell me what you find. So that would be great.
Well, I appreciate you sharing that.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
So this is Abnormal Alabama signing off.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Message us anytime on Facebook, or you can leave a comment on YouTube. Either way, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we're going to say good night.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.
Hold on, I got in this one.
Wait a second.
On your knees.
Man,
Wings and nachos.
all this trash talk on me.